Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for November 11th, 2021. This is the Electric Factory with Tanner, Kern, and Grant Mitchell. We're fired up to be here. Hope you are as well. Grant, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, Tanner. I've got about a month until I graduate college, and then I'm out of here. So good spirits. Ordered my cap and gown yesterday. They'll be here in about 2 weeks. Can't complain. Nothing too bad going on right now.
That's such a great feeling when you see the cap and gown. Because honestly, I didn't think I was going to graduate. I didn't think I was going to get a college degree. Not because I wasn't smart enough or anything, because obviously we see how well I do on the picks every morning, but just because I did not want to do the work. But I did it, and I've been out for 2 years and thriving, G-Money. Absolutely thriving.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Being in college was a bad time for you. I mean, they forced you to eat 8 times a day.
No, I wanted to eat 8 times a day. I ate so I would like to know the amount of calories I ate during my time in college.
Probably a lot. Well,
probably a lot.
I'm assuming the team, they helped pay for all your food and stuff.
Yeah, well, I was on a scholarship, so
yeah, exactly.
But even when I was done though, I still ate a lot. Like when I was at UConn, I was losing weight. I was eating 2,000 calories a day, so not as much. But before I was probably down like 5, 6, 7,000 calories a day, some Coke, I used to just pop peanut M&Ms every night at midnight after study hall, just pop them. They were so good. Like the big gallon bag.
The fat M&Ms?
The peanut ones.
Yeah, the big fat ones. They're bigger than the rest of them.
Yeah, the gallon bags.
Yeah.
The gallon bags. Those
are the best. Those are the best M&Ms.
It would take me about 3 days to go through a gallon bag of M&Ms, peanut M&Ms. I would eat so many of those. I would down it with chocolate milk and stuff. Oh, so good. So good. But now I'm an adult and I'm healthy. This is the best hour of your day, G-Money. The best hour of your day. Boston Bruins got a big game tonight. Celtics had a big win last night. I was wrong about that. I didn't believe in my team. What are you going to do? They bounced back. They had a big win. First win at Boston Garden. Don't call it the Garden, Grant. That's against the rules. Best hour of your day. Why is this the best hour of your day, G-Money?
Because the people don't want the picks, Tanner.
People need the freaking picks, Grant. People need them. They need them, G-Money. It's Thursday night football. The people need the picks. And if you want to bet and you want to use our picks, do it on FanDuel. FanDuel, $1,000 risk-free bet. Link is in the description below. Make sure you check it out. If you don't know what a risk-free bet is, it's, hey, I'm going to place a risky bet, and if I lose it, they give me the money back. How great is that? There's nothing better than that, G-Money. We're rolling today. We're rolling. That was a great intro. Great intro.
We're rolling this NBA season, too. We're pretty much on fire. I'd say we're shooting about 90%.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well. That 2 steals last night from Marcus Smart, that was pretty big. You lost your lock, right?
Yeah, that's my final thought for today. I'm already ready to talk about that one.
All right, we'll talk about that another time. At the end, Heat versus Clippers here. Clippers money line. This is G-Money's pick. I like Clippers spread because I'm a little risky guy, a little -3.5. But G-Money's like, no. Let's get the lock. Let's just get a win.
Yeah, I would prefer to get a win against a Heat team that has been potentially the best team in the NBA. You could argue a case for either them or the Golden State Warriors through the first few weeks of action. Why am I taking the Clippers here? Well, they've won 5 games in a row, and the Heat, they're in Los Angeles. They're doing the Lakers-Clippers back-to-back in Staples Center. The Heat went to overtime against the Lakers last night, so to come back already on a short turnaround on the road in a different time zone, and now you're not even getting your day's rest, and you had to play extra minutes the night before, I think it plays very much into the Clippers' hands, who, like I said, are on a 5-game win streak. Jimmy Butler's probably not going to play. He exited the Lakers game after the first quarter with a sprained ankle, did not come back. Bam Adebayo fouled out of the last game. He was balling up until that point, but I think he's going to struggle if he's the only man out there trying to defend this Clippers team. And Tanner, they could cover the spread, but I'd prefer to just get the guaranteed win here. Take the Clippers on the money line.
Yeah, Clippers on the money line. Paul George should have a big night. He should pop off, especially without Jimmy Butler on the floor. Now, Grant, what are you looking for out of Lowry tonight?
Lowry is, I'll admit, I've never been a huge Lowry fan. Any man who gets blocked by Kevin Hart in a $10,000 one-on-one loses my respect. But Kyle Lowry, I think he's going to try to assert himself tonight as a scorer. He kind of has to now that Jimmy Butler isn't going to be playing. I expect Tyler Hero to be inserted into the starting lineup. He scored more points than any player in the league coming off of the bench so far this season. Had another huge game last night. So I think I think the target for him is going to be probably somewhere around 15 points, 8 assists, which he did exceed last night. I don't know if he can quite put that up tonight, though. And like I said, I just think the Clippers, without Jimmy Butler, I think the Clippers have the number.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to ride with it. I like going with the spread just to get a little more value. I would do this if it was a parlay, though. So, like, I might go Clippers parlay and put the money line in there just because, you got more options, bring the odds up a little bit. Up, yes, up. Positive odds, baby. Positive odds. All right. UNC versus Pittsburgh. Little college football action on. It's Thursday. It's Thursday.
It is Thursday.
It's Thursday night. Now, this is a short turnaround for the North Carolina Tar Heels, who scored over 100 points against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons on Saturday. That game broke my heart, by the way. That game broke my heart. I had the Demon Deacons to win. It was disappointing.
That's unfortunate.
It was unfortunate because UNC won late, and it was heartbreaking the way it happened. But what are you going to do? You got Kenny Pickett playing quarterback for Pittsburgh tonight. Then you got Sam Howell playing quarterback for the Tar Heels. Got to love this matchup. These two teams were meant to put the ball in the end zone. Play great defense. Grant, you were telling me Pittsburgh has the number one coverage team in the nation?
Yep, that's all they run every single play, man coverage.
All right, so here's the bottom line, though. Pittsburgh's still giving up 22 points a game, which is very good. It's very good, especially in the ACC. North Carolina's giving up 33 points per game. Pittsburgh scoring 45. North Carolina is scoring 38.9. Sam Howell, 20 touchdowns this season to 7 picks. Kenny Pickett, 29 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. All right, so I think points are going to get on the board in this game. When we look at these teams against the over this year, Grant, this is going to blow your mind. You ready for this? 13-5 against the over. And they've had overs that are like massive like this at 70-something. I believe the Wake Forest one was 80, 82, 83, and they absolutely blew that out of the water. They scored 100 and something points. So I'm going to ride with the over in this game. Does it scare me a little bit to go with the over of 72.5? Not really, because in the bottom line of this game, like once these teams start trading punches, action, this game's going over with the Sam Howell, Kenny Pickett. These two dudes are going to light the scoreboard up tonight. Short rest scares me a little bit, but it's a big time game on Thursday night.
It is a big game, and it features two of the best quarterbacks in America. If you would believe in Mel Kiper's big board, he had Kenny Pickett as the number 1 quarterback prospect and Sam Howell as the number 5 quarterback prospect in America. I think it's really going to be a showdown between these two. Sam Howell has also developed his game to become a very amazing runner. He looked like Jerome Bettis against Wake Forest. He was running guys over left and right. I think we are due to go over in this one as well, Tanner. I think this is a smart pick. It is a lot of points. It is a little scary to look at, but two ACC teams gunning it out with 2-star quarterbacks, that's just a recipe to go over.
And I mean, you look at North Carolina too. I mean, they're on the verge of not making a bowl game. They are going to make a bowl game because they have Wofford next week, and they're 5-4 right now, so that'll be their 6th win. But they have Pittsburgh tonight, and they have NC State on the road to end the season. NC State, 16th ranked team in the land. They beat Wake Forest luckily last week. I mean, if they didn't win that game, they'd be on the verge of not making a bowl game. So if they could beat Pittsburgh or NC State and then add Wofford in there as well, they're going to go to a much better bowl game than if they beat Wofford and they only have 6 wins.
I'm sorry, who are they playing next week?
Wofford. Is it Wofford?
Not Wofford, Wofford.
I said Wofford. I didn't say Wofford. I said Wofford.
You're saying it wrong. It's Wofford.
Oh, I care. That's why it's 1AA football. Nobody cares.
Wofford?
It's Wofford. It's not Wofford.
There's not even 2 O's in it. It's Wofford.
It's Wofford.
It's Wofford.
Oh, nobody cares. It's 1AA.
A dog says woof. That's Wofford.
Let me read this. Wofford. WOF. Wofford. Oh, Wofford. Wow. Wofford.
Yeah.
It's because they're the Terriers.
So you thought they had to say woof in their school's name?
Nobody cares, Grant. Nobody cares. Wofford.
Hey, we love Wofford here at Virginia Tech. That's where our basketball coach came from.
Wofford. Well, see, you knew that. I've barely in my whole career on YouTube, I've never talked about the Wofford Terriers before in my life.
I haven't either, but I knew how to pronounce their school's name.
I was just looking at the damn schedule, Grant. It said WOF, so I'm like, okay, I believe that's Wofford.
Yeah, it is Wofford. It's not Wooford.
Did I say Wofford or Wofford?
You said Wooford like 5 times.
And then I switched over to Wofford mid-conversation.
After I told you it was Wofford.
Oh, nobody cares. All right, Grant. Well, bottom line is North Carolina needs a win tonight. They need to show up against Pittsburgh because they got NC State in 2 weeks and they got Wofford next week. The Wofford Terriers are scary, right? So they need a win tonight. They need a showdown. Kenny Pickett, Sam Howell. It's going down tonight in Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Go ahead. Devonta Freeman, anytime touchdown score.
Devonta Freeman, anytime touchdown score. This is a risk-free bet. It's only plus 115. So sorry we can't make you $1,000 with a $1 bet this time. But we are confident in this one going through. Devonta Freeman has scored a touchdown in each of his last 3 games. He's starting to pick up a more important role for the Baltimore Ravens, especially down near the goal line. And that's what's especially important when you're looking for a player with a prop bet to score a touchdown. Now, Devonta Freeman, it wasn't too long ago he was an all-pro running back for the Atlanta Falcons. It's kind of crazy to think that he's only 29 and he started to fall out of the league and people think he's washed up. And I mean, to be fair, he isn't performing at the same level that he was back then, but it's just weird to think about it. It's the same thing with Todd Gurley. These guys were on top just a couple of years ago and they've fallen off, but whatever. He's found a role with the Baltimore Ravens. We know the Ravens want to run the football, and even when that fails, they're going to keep running the football. They've got Lamar, they've got Devonta Freeman, they've got Le'Veon Bell, they've got all sorts of different choices there. Freeman gets a touch at the goal line. He brings it in for, I'll say, a 2-yard touchdown as the Ravens win this game.
I like this bet, Grant. Devonta Freeman, anytime touchdown score. I also like Lamar as an anytime touchdown scorer around the ball, but has not found the end zone much as a runner as of late, but he still can. Obviously, he's very dangerous. Lamar Jackson over 64.5 rushing yards tonight. By the way, I just want to say something about Myles Gaskin tonight. His longest rush total is like 13. Do you think he's going to go over or under that? The Ravens have one of the best rush defenses in the NFL. I think he's going to go under.
Under.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like you could just do a same game parlay literally with all rushing totals tonight. Lamar, Myles Gaskin under, hammer the under there. Myles Gaskin did not score a touchdown. Got a lot of good stuff there. Got a lot of good stuff, G-Money. So anyways, Lamar, we look at this. Lamar's rolling this year. I think he had 100 and, let me get the exact number
120.
here. 120 last week. The week before that, he had 88. The week before that, he had 51. Week before that, he had 62. Week before that wasn't very good against the Denver Broncos at 28. But they love to run the football, and the Miami Dolphins giving up 111 rushing yards per game. They have designed runs for Lamar. He's also going to scramble a little bit. I expect the Dolphins to be able to do something, get a little pass rush on him tonight. And when he sees pass rush, he goes. Especially now, like early in the year, they were talking about, Lamar. He's getting more comfortable in the pocket. He wants to throw the ball. This dude wants to run the football. Let's be real. He wants to scramble. He wants to get outside the pocket. He wants to run the football. They're going to be doing power read with him. They're going to be doing read option with him tonight. He's going to scramble. He's going to go over 64.5. I feel much more confident with his rushing total than his passing total. I think it's like 230. So that says everything you need to know about Lamar. I mean, he's coming off 120 yards last week, 88 the week before. Let me see the number of carries. I mean, 33 carries in those 2 games combined. He's going to get 15 carries tonight. I believe he can go over 64.5 rushing yards.
Yeah, Lamar's passing total is weird because he can throw for 150 and have a great game, and he can throw for 440 like you did earlier in the season. It just depends on the flow of the game, but he's always going to be a threat running the ball, whether or not he has the passing attack going. So for that reason, I think 64.5 here is a pretty good total. If you could find an alt line for maybe somewhere in the 50s and then parlay that, even if it is with lower odds, then I would be more comfortable with that. But still, I think 64.5. I think it's very, very likely he goes over that total.
So you can go, here's a lock for you. I was playing around with this on DraftKings yesterday. You can go alt total 49 rushing yards for Lamar and then alt passing total 160. And I believe you're right around minus 110. Minus 110 plus you're and then one more add a lock on there and then you're in positive odds. So there's a good little parlay power hour tip of the day there. We're scoring points tonight though. The Ravens are finding the end zone tonight, and then the North Carolina Tar Heels, I said that right, and the Pittsburgh, what's Pittsburgh?
You can do it.
With Pittsburgh, what's
Rar.
What I should know this one. Why do I not know this? Pittsburgh Panthers. Why am I?
There you go.
I just had a total blank there. I knew that. Why did I just blank there? I'm struggling today. The head is the Wofford Terriers messed me up.
Yep.
G-Money. All right. Final thoughts. Wofford. I'm making a petition to say it's Wofford now, not Wofford.
My final thought can only go one place today. I am disgusted by the Indiana Pacers. I put a lot of money on them to cover a 3-point spread, which is not much. And not only did they not cover, they didn't even win. They lost to the Denver Nuggets, who did not have Jamal Murray, did not have Michael Porter Jr., did not have Nikola Jokic. The freaking Pacers, they got Malcolm Brogdon to play, even though he was day-to-day. Domantas Sabonis was there. Everybody was there, and they lost. I mean, you let Zeke Naji score 19 points. Will Barton went 6 of 9 from 3. You didn't even score 100 points on a team missing its 3 best players. I lost so much money because of the stupid Indiana Pacers. I don't want to watch them play for at least another month. That was one of the most disgraceful losses that I can remember in a long time.
Here's why they lost. You ready for this?
They didn't have grit?
No, they were playing at altitude. I told you that yesterday. It's a lot tougher. Have you
ever been to altitude?
Yeah, skiing.
The whole altitude thing, I think, is a bit overblown.
I do too.
If you're there for 24 hours, it doesn't even really affect you. You've got to be there for a while for your oxygen concentration to start to come down.
I don't know, G-Money. Altitude. All these sports books worry about altitude a lot when we're dealing with teams out in Colorado.
My mom lives in Colorado, and when I would go there and I would run, it would get harder the longer I was there. But when I first got there, because my blood was still full of so much O2, it was fine. Don't excuse the Indiana Pacers. Okay?
I'm not excusing them. I'm just saying.
They need to go back to the farmland, and they need to figure it out.
They got to figure it out. All right. My final thought is this North Carolina-Pittsburgh game better go over at night. Just better. 72 points. That's actually kind of a low total for these two teams, I think. So I'm going to ride with it. Go over tonight. Hal, Pickett, you guys better put the ball in the end zone. That's my final thought. Keeping it short and sweet today. I already messed up so many pronunciations. Not gonna keep rolling here. Let's throw it up, G-Money. Let's throw it up. One thumb, one finger, one pinky. All love. We'll see you for another episode of Parlay Power tomorrow. Possibly with Will Reed. We'll see. Possibly. It's supposed to be on day, but you got sick. See you tomorrow for another episode of The Electric Factory.